Okay, this story is titled Could Be Trusted. Almost gives you a little bit of doubts right there, huh? We read the titles and then it's like we're reading the story for the first time ourselves while we bring it to you. So this is from the Youth Companion magazine, 123 years ago. This will be read to you by Jennifer.
There are heroes of the late war, less well known than Grant, Sherman, and Sheridan, whose names are yet worthy a place in every loyal heart. One of them, Quartermaster General Montgomery C. Meigs, died not long ago. Of him, it could be said that from the beginning of his career as a cadet at West Point until his simple military funeral, he had never been reprimanded, and had never had an action questioned by his superiors. Through his hands during the war passed an immense amount of government funds, but every cent was accounted for, and he left to his children the priceless legacy of a spotless name. A correspondent of the Companion found among her father's papers, over which she and her brother were looking, a letter that was absolutely undecipherable. Indeed, it was a question as to what language it was written in. After long and fruitless study, they passed it on the various friends, but the case was hopeless. Some weeks after in Washington, they were talking with General E.D. Townsend, and classmate and dear friend of their fathers, and the question of handwriting happened to come up. The general pronounced Spinner's famous chirography plain as print. Beside that, a General Meigs, especially when he was in a hurry, then he himself found it impossible to read it overnight. My brother and I looked at each other, says our correspondent, and I ran up to my room and brought down our mysterious letter. It was indeed the hand of my father's old friend Meigs. General Townsend studied in thoughtful right side up. Wrong side up. Then he said, "My dear, Meigs was in one of his very worst hurries when he wrote this. The letter is among our treasures, but what it says, man will never know. During the war, a paper from General Meigs passed through his hands of General Sherman and is today preserved with this endorsement upon it, in General Sherman's well-known hand. I heartily concur in the recommendation of the Quartermaster General, but I don't know what he says."
Wow. Okay, well there's some history for you. All right, stay tuned and we'll bring you some more of 123 years ago. Bye-bye now.